It is 23 minutes after 9 o'clock, and joining us now in an official capacity from the Humane Society for here in Roswell, Krystle Noble back with us here. Good morning.
Officially, good morning.
Well, I mean, she's been on for the last 15 minutes with us, but
officially with the Humane Society now. Good morning.
Not representing the Humane Society in any way, shape, or form there. So
I was representing the donut lovers.
There you go, the DLC, the Donut Lovers Club. So
we got the Keepy Uppy happening, the
That's
Donut
right.
Lovers Club, the Learning of Eclairs. Today's a good, fun-filled day.
Yeah, absolutely. And now we get to learn about the Humane Society. So,
Hey.
how was the Thanksgiving at the Humane Society?
It was good. It was calm. It was peaceful.
They get a few extra bones for the dogs and things during the holidays?
The Girl Scouts always bring us extra treats. They home make treats for the dogs for Thanksgiving.
Nice.
They get their own little version of pumpkin pie in a ball.
Okay. I didn't know. Do you go sweet or savory with dogs? I didn't know what the proper
Savory.
Savory, yeah. Even though, because pumpkin can go either way.
Yeah. Too much sugar for a dog is just like us, not good.
Yeah.
So you cut out the sugar, add a little extra love.
So what you're saying is if you buy that frozen dog ice cream at the store, it's not going to taste like your regular ice cream?
Nope. Nope. You're probably going to want to throw about 4 cups of sugar in it, some whipped cream, some chocolate.
So it's edible. If you just got to doctor up a little bit if you want to make it for human consumption. Or if you just like really not sweet ice cream, I guess.
If you're a diabetic.
I guess.
Yeah.
Diabetics eat dog ice cream. I don't know if that's going to sell too well for that little sell as a selling point there, but you never know. So, but as far as adoption goes, I know there was a bunch in quarantine, I think last time we talked.
Everybody's out.
Good deal.
Except for 5 of the little pups. They're waiting for their second shot or third shots, which come this week.
Okay,
and
good
then
deal.
They'll be coming out after that.
Okay, good deal. Excellent. So they'll be now. If you go to the website,
you'll be able to see them.
Yeah.
And they'll be at the very bottom where it says not available.
Yeah.
And it's only because we got to get them
that last shot in, and once they've gone through that in the incubation time and everything's good to go, they'll be not. The not available will be removed there. Mm-hmm. So, but if you are falling in love, you go again. Their website is roswellhumane.org. If you go there, you can see every single animal that's at the shelter right now. If you see that not available, like Krystle's talking about, it's because they're in quarantine for whatever reason. Maybe it's to get to be weight if they're a puppy or a kitten and they're not of weight yet. That they do that if they haven't had all their immunizations and yet. That's another reason. Or if they when they first come to the shelter, they gotta make sure they go through their screenings and things. So if they're new to the shelter, they're not going to be available that quick because they gotta make sure that they don't have parvo. They don't have all the things that you got to basically find out how healthy they are and everything else. So other than that, the pets are available for adoption. So.
Right, and we just when people don't necessarily understand the quarantine. We want to make sure that they're as healthy as possible before we put them up for adoption because we want your adopting experience to be that much more pleasant than adopting an animal and then it getting sick and you having to take it to the vet and it start out stressful.
Sure.
We want it to be a smooth transition.
Absolutely. So basically, and we say this every time, but if you'd like to adopt a pet from the Humane Society, every single pet, cat, dog, chicken, whatever it is that comes out of there, spayed or neutered. Your pet, unless the pet is already spayed or neutered, but either way, because of our Sydney ordinance, you have to have them chipped as well. So any pet that you adopt from the Humane Society will go to the vet of your choosing to get spayed or neutered, get chipped, and then you will pick up your pet from your vet there that you chose to have the pet sent to, and then you take them home and start your life together as daddy, mommy, and pet. So.
You are the happy, pleasant face after the vet, so therefore they look at you as a savior.
Yeah, absolutely. So now, obviously, another thing too is for dog adoptions, they're going to come and want to inspect your yard, make sure the dog is a suitable place to live there, fenced-in yard, access to water, food, shelter. That's another thing and that kind of stuff.
Depending on the size of the dog, depends on the height requirement for the fence because we want to make sure that they're not able to get out of the yard.
Yeah, it's not. So if you got a little tiny dog, in a 6-foot fence or wherever, you're good to go. But But if you got a big German Shepherd and you got like a see-through fence or something, you're like, all right, maybe that you need to bulk that up a little bit,
Yeah. And like for any of the large dogs, it is a minimum 6 feet in height.
Okay.
And that's so that way they can't scale it.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And then, there are some dogs that are just Houdinis that can get over 6-7 foot fences.
Sure.
And, then those go on special requirement types of fences. But for the most part, any large breed dog is minimum 6 foot.
Very good.
Medium is 5.
Good deal.
Smalls are 4. Unless they climb or something that we learn while they're there with us. We have a few climbers right now.
Sure. And usually the little ones are, depending on the breed.
Yeah, we have a little Chihuahua who's one of the pups that's not quite out of quarantine yet. She'll climb up on the chain link because they have, the PVC Karunda beds that's kind of got like a little trampoline type bed.
Okay.
So she'll climb up the chain link, look at you, jump off, land on the bed, and then do it again.
That's fun for her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's made a game of
it. Well, and here's the thing too, is you'll find out when you take that dog home, it's just a dog that you probably need to
run some energy off, play.
And that'll go away. The dog's bored and looking for something to do and found something that entertains her. And so that's why she's doing it. Mm-hmm. She doesn't want to escape. She just wants to be entertained. And
then she sees people stop and watch her. So she's like, oh, the show is on.
Yeah, exactly. So that's a lot of that you probably work out when you're home and the family's, with the dog and gets the dog on a schedule and creates the structure and a life for the dog, and all that goes away. So, but there is some requirements there. On the cat side, you basically all cats are going to be indoor. If you adopt a cat from the Humane Society, they're not going to get you barn cats and things. These are cats that you have to keep indoors and again, spay and neutered. So
microchipped.
Microchipped and the whole bit there. But so if you're worried about fences, and I don't have fences, that's not a problem with the cats. You just have to make sure you keep them as indoor cats.
Right. And right now, because we just had a transport yesterday, and then the last few cats that were available have already been adopted, so I don't have any available cats just yet.
Okay. Well, that's not a bad thing. I mean, you will soon, but
yeah, we have
cats are being adopted, which means that's good.
Yeah, we had 5 adopt in 1 week, and that was the last of the 5 that didn't go on transport. So the few that we do have, they're not they're still waiting another set of vaccinations, so it'll probably be about 10 days or so before we have any available cats.
Okay, but if you want to take a look at them,
you can look on the website,
RoswellHumane.org. You can come, and then here in a few days when they're through their shots and you want to come and visit and get to meet the kitties, then you can do all that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, absolutely. And that's fun. I mean, it's
the cats are because they have like their little toys in there just like the dogs do. But cats' toys, they have the jingle bells
mm-hmm.
or they have the little squeaky, chirpy toys.
Mm-hmm.
Well, somebody thought it would be fun to douse them all in catnip.
Oh, no. So they're bouncing off the walls a little bit there.
It was a Thanksgiving feast.
That's fun.
They can't go into food coma like humans do, so we just put them in catnip heaven.
Oh, good deal. So they had a good Thanksgiving, too. And slept it off later.
They're like, oh, that was a rough day yesterday.
I'm never doing that again.
Is that catnip I smell?
Yeah, and then it's like, all right, oh, man, just a nip, just a snort there. I'll be back at it. But, well, good. Yeah, but that's great. That's great to see that. So as far as the dogs right now, is it a good mix, little, big, good variety of all that?
Good variety.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
We got a few small, majority are medium and then large.
Okay.
But we do have some younger, smaller size ones.
Good deal. So if you're looking for something big, you want something more indoorsy, kind of, the carry around size, they got you covered and all that.
Yes.
Good deal. And I'm telling you, it's so much better to adopt these pets. They're better. They're appreciative. They're generally healthier pets. Because I get purebreds, a lot of people in their purebreds and their things like that, but a good old mutt
outlives anything any day.
Yeah, they're smarter, they're healthier, they generally are better tempered animals. They're just good companions, And if
they don't have like the genetics as bad as a purebred.
Yeah, because it's inbreeding is what's going on when you have purebred dogs. At the end of the day, it's inbreeding. It's there's a reason why it's illegal to marry your sister or your brother or whatever because of the damage that you can do medically there. Same thing with the dogs. You know, if you're crossbreeding them, some of the dogs are going to come out with some problems and issues and things like that. So,
Right.
Yeah. And that's what you're dealing with on this. So, but to each his own on that one. Yeah, but the one thing I want to point out is adopt. Go. If you don't find a pet that doesn't speak to you at the Humane Society, walk right next door to Animal Control and visit their kennels as well and find a pet. Either way, you're rescuing. Don't worry. Obviously, it's a no-kill shelter at the Humane Society. Animal Control is not the case. However, they're not in the business of killing animals either. They don't do that unless it's absolutely necessary. Humane Society, if they have openings, they have any of the animals that get on the short list, like, hey, this one needs to be adopted or it's going to be put down, then generally that they ring the bell there and tell that you guys and all the other nonprofits know, and then between all of you guys, you work on generally trying to rescue or find at least a temporary home for that pet until they can find a more permanent home. But either way, you're helping when you go and
we all try to work together to try to eliminate animals put down.
Because at the end of the day, even the people, Animal Control, I know people have their issues and this and that, but they all care about animals. That's the reason why they're doing what they're doing for their
We all
living.
have jobs because of irresponsible owners.
Yeah, they love pets. They love dogs. They love cats. They want to provide them the best possible. And that's why you're doing what you're doing. That's why the people in Animal Control are doing what they do. That's why your other nonprofit people volunteer to do the things that they do because they love animals. And so they're trying to do the best for the animal too. They're not because I think a lot of people get in their head, it's like these places where they put down animals, like there's some Gargamel twisting his mustache guy going, hey, you got one day and then you're mine, and that ain't happening.
No. However, we were told a very odd story by somebody this past week.
Yeah.
That supposedly when cats are euthanized, they're put in a tumbler and tumbled.
Really?
Yeah.
Who would believe that?
This crazy lady. I'm not trying to be mean, but yeah, she was very convinced that all cats that get euthanized are put in a tumbler, like a giant dryer, and tumbled.
Okay. Well, she might need to talk to some people. She might need a little bit more deeper help than a pet could help her with.
Yeah.
That's my opinion there.
But, there's so many people out there, that do care for animals, that do love them, and they try their best, but they don't have the means, and we understand that. But
Right.
if you do know that you don't have the means to provide for that animal, be responsible and seek help for that animal.
Sure. Yeah, I know. We love pets, and you want it. You love, and I get it. You want that. Oh, I want the thing I can cuddle with at night and sit on the couch. Oh, yeah,
Teddy bear.
It's amazing. But if you can't do the rest of that, then you're not ready to do that.
It's not cheap.
Yeah, it's a full-time responsibility. It's no different in some respects as having a child. Yeah, it's not as quite in-depth as a child. I know that, and I'm not trying to upset
They don't
people.
go to college, but
the responsibility levels is
the same.
exactly the same. You're in charge of that life, and you're in charge of making sure that life flourishes, and just like you are with your children. And you got to do some of the same things to make that happen.
Think of a pet as a permanent toddler.
Mm-hmm.
They can't clean up after themselves. They can't wipe their own butt.
Mm-hmm.
They can't do their own laundry. They can't fix their own meals, but they can jabber away. A pet is like a permanent toddler.
Mm-hmm.
So you are taking care of this permanent toddler its entire life.
Mm-hmm.
It will never grow out of toddler stage. It will stay in toddler stage.
Sure.
So
Absolutely.
you have to think of it as, this is a child
Yeah.
until...
Now, granted, they're pretty smart. They figure things out. They study
very
you,
smart.
and they understand your patterns, and they probably know what you're going to do before you do sometimes. You know what I mean? They're very smart that way. But yes, they don't have the capacity of understanding and problem solving on certain levels like we as humans do. So you'll never get that. You never get
Their motor skills stop at toddler.
Yeah. but really smart at anticipating your needs and interpreting. That's where a pet thrives. Pets are amazing at reading rooms. You know that? You ever notice that? Your pets, like if there's an argument in the house and the pets all of a sudden start laying low and things and
or when you don't feel good.
Or when you feel sick and they start like being a little bit more clingy than they normally would be. That's them understanding you're not normal right now. And on their own way, they're trying to do their bit to help you. And that's all coming from love. And that's why being a pet owner is awesome, because
that's an unconditional love that you can't find somewhere else.
They don't know what to do. They just want to do it for you because they love you. And that's, in the nutshell, a pet owner, So I get it. You want that experience. We all do. But you've got to get there. You got to make sure you can afford feeding this pet, taking care of its medical history, being the responsible pet owner. If that dog escapes, you're on the hook for making sure that those whatever fines, whatever
damages.
incurs, if your dog gets loose and damages somebody else's property or someone else's person, you're on the hook for that. It'd be no different if your kid went out and stole things. You would be responsible for the child. It's no different there. And if you're not willing to accept all that, then maybe just volunteer at the Humane Society, come down, walk the dogs,
get some one-on-one time, and
get your fix of cuddling time, and then move on about your day. So that's my suggestion for folks like that. Until you're truly available to afford it and provide everything, don't consider getting a pet until you're at that place.
And don't give a pet as a gift to somebody who's not capable of taking care of an animal.
Yep.
If you want to give them a gift of a pet, speak to them first. Make sure that that's something, one, they even want.
Mm-hmm.
And two, let them choose the animal. Let them have that bonded connection. Yeah. And then, yes, you can help pay for it or whatever, but make sure that they can fulfill the responsibilities of being a pet owner, because it's not like you can go to the dollar store and get it.
Sure.
It's not cheap.
Yeah. I mean, it's a great idea. If you've got older folks or lone people that live alone or something, you're thinking get them a companion or things. But like Krystle said, make sure that person is involved in every step of that adoption process. Don't adopt a dog or a cat and put it in under the tree with some holes in it, because that never ends well. It looks cute in a movie, but it does not work in real life, because odds are either they didn't want a pet in the first place, or they're not set up for a pet, or maybe they're not physically able. Grandma's great, but she should be owning a German Shepherd, and she's up in her 80s. She can't walk and run and take care of a German Shepherd, so don't be getting her that. Maybe she would be a great, but let's get her a Chihuahua, or let's get her a cat, or even better, or a cat, something that doesn't even require walking. Just clean a litter box, makes her some food and water, and the rest of it kind of takes care of itself. That's that. But either way, if the parent or the kid or whoever's not involved in that process, then you're setting yourself up for failure before you even started.
Yeah. Check with them first. That's always best, because they might not. You might think it's best for them, but they might not.
Absolutely. So speaking of the holidays and shopping now, if you want to get some gifts,
the thrift store is loaded.
I was about to say thrift store now. Christmas decor, get in there while the getting's good. Save.
It looks like the North Pole in there.
That's great. Save a ton of cash by getting your home and holiday decor from the thrift store. I get every year I see people spending thousands of dollars on trees and lights, and I'm like, go support a thrift store. They got this stuff pennies on the dollar. Half of it's practically brand new or better. You're helping a charity, and you're getting all this stuff that you use once a year at a third of the price of what you would buying it at a big box store. So there's no negative downside to this. I know a couple of people are like, well, it's a thrift store, and I'm too. Okay, you want to get ripped off? God bless you. Keep having fun doing that. But the rest of us, come on down to the thrift store and let's handle business.
Come down. Let us help you with what you need, because we've got it.
Yep.
They still got Christmas decor. They got stockings. They've got like the skirts that go under the Christmas trees. They still have some Christmas trees. They've got the garland, the tinsel, the lights, the bulbs. They've got everything that you can decorate a tree and a house with, except inflatables. But, I don't know. She might have some of those that I don't know about. But
I'm not a pro inflatable guy anyway. No. We live in the wrong part of the country to own inflatables. They just, every year it happens, Everyone puts their inflatables up. Then one Saturday, some storm goes in, and everybody's inflatables are at the end of the street at some poor guy's house at the end of the street. Every year that happens.
So this is
It's dumb technology.
Don't decorate for Christmas until after December 1st.
Which you're in the window now. You're good to go.
Yes, yes. You know, so now's when you go get your Christmas stuff, or you pull it out and start decorating.
Yep.
Because, you know, you don't go from Halloween to Christmas. You go Halloween, Veterans Day, Thanksgiving, and then Christmas.
There is a few holidays in between those.
You know, Christmas is not all about decorations. It's supposed to be about family and time and appreciating what is around you and not whose decorations are bigger than others.
Well, that would be a debate that never ends long before the commercialization of Christmas. But either way, I've never been an inflatables person. I mean, yeah, they're pretty. I love a Macy's Thanksgiving Day balloon as much as the next person, but those things, I never see people have good experiences with them. They always blow up. And for a hot minute, they look good. But as soon as there's any kind of wind or not so wind, or they didn't spike or stake them down right, they're just blowing tumbleweeds down with the tumbleweeds. And now they're buried at the end of the street with a ton of tumbleweeds and this half-pop snowman.
Oh, yeah. That's when you gather all. And see, you know, we have our true trees here, tumbleweeds. All we got to do is baling twine them together. Make our own Christmas tree.
Yeah, exactly. So
paint it green.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's like the dude in Albuquerque. The guy that who makes the big tumbleweed snowman every year. I guess he's back and he did another one this year.
He did. So, I saw it yesterday.
Yeah.
I was up there.
Yeah. Oh, did you see it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not as big as it normally is because apparently Albuquerque didn't have as much tumbleweeds this year.
It was a bad year for tumbleweeds.
Yeah, I was like, come down south. We got tumbleweeds the size of cars here. Come on.
I'm sure that's a commodity we can get up your way if you need them. You know, not a lot of demand for them.
Yep.
So,
but you know, decorate with what our environment is, you know, use our natural stuff around us to decorate.
That's always
because
fun.
Inflatables do float away.
Yeah. I mean,
or people steal them. You know, you spend a lot of money and people steal them.
And I don't get that either. Of all the things, like I feel like you got theft issues, like you're some kind of kleptomaniac if you have desire to steal, blow up things. Because what are you going to do? Blow it up and put it in your yard? Oh, yeah. That's mine. You stole that. Okay. Or it's going to blow down the street just like, I mean, I just don't get it. But anyway, people do their thing. Y'all, God bless you. Have fun with it. I don't understand it. But do your thing.
But the thrift store probably has everything but inflatables. They do like anything that's donated brand new. They save it throughout the year so they can sell it at Christmas time. So you can actually buy something that's brand new, never opened.
Cool.
And give it as gifts. And I know she still has a plethora of stuff.
Good deal.
They are putting out their winter clothing. So that way, you know, it's not been too cold, but the breeze makes it nippy.
Sure. At some point, we're going to get some cold weather. I don't know when it's going to happen.
I don't know. We're going to be 75 today.
I know.
I think Mother Nature's confused for our area, but, you know, we'll get ready for it.
Maybe she got family in the region, guaranteed nice weather. So or something. Maybe she had family visiting and said, all right, I'll make sure the weather's good in southeast New Mexico for a little bit.
Maybe. But we normally always have good weather here.
Yeah, this is true.
So, but if you need clothes, jackets, sweaters, they've got a plethora of all of that stuff. Clothes, they're changing out clothes every single day. They're restocking from what was sold. And she has, their sorting room is a little bit bigger than here, and it's almost full of clothes that has been donated. So
awesome. Well,
clothes is the number one seller.
Well, thank you to everyone that keeps making those donations. That really does help the Humane Society, that thrift store go, and all the money that's generated, raised from that, goes back into the Humane Society, paying the light bill, paying the vet bill, paying for food and cleaning supplies, and it's all used for all of the care and maintenance,
medications,
the care and maintenance of the animals in the facility there. So it's a great way to help and support. So come do some shopping, do some Christmas shopping. Always a great place if you're looking for even like small appliances and things like that. It's a perfect place if you're looking for new coffee pots or microwaves or things like that.
Crazy.
Yeah. Blenders and things like that. If you that
toaster
stuff,
ovens.
Yeah, because you can easily spend $100 on those brand new, and in actuality, they're probably worth half that. And you can go to the thrift store and get them for $30 or something. Something that costs $100 in the store is $30 there. So.
And they accept cards. So you don't have to
Good deal.
say, well, I don't carry cash. We accept cards. We have capabilities of taking card payments.
Excellent. Very good. So even stepping up the technology. Too.
We are.
Good deal.
We are credit card ready.
Awesome. 2022, come on down. We're ready. But, and of course, another way to get involved is becoming a member of the Humane Society.
And January starts new membership enrollment.
Okay.
So if you want to wait until January, and because it goes January to the end of December.
Okay.
It's just physical year.
So if you want to get in for next year or for 2022, maybe first of the year.
If you want to send it now and just specify this is for 2022, we do that too.
Gotcha.
But a lot of people, like to wait until the beginning of the year.
Sure, get their full benefits time period there.
We send out newsletters every 3 months that gives you updates on the animals, updates on the thrift store, featured pets, if we're having meetings. With COVID, it still hasn't been, we've been doing the whole telephone thing.
Virtual stuff, yeah.
So, but if you have suggestions and you want to contribute, we're always warming and welcoming to hear anybody's suggestions onto what they think and how to help us.
Cool. Definitely. So if you want to get, and that's a great way to get involved, if you want to be an active part of the Humane Society. Great way. And don't forget, anything and anyone can be a member. You, the kids, your pets, if all can be members. Because all of it, again, the money raised for membership goes to help the program and, taking care of the pets and everything
and
that's involved.
And if you have somebody in the family that, you don't know what to get them for Christmas, sign them up for a newsletter.
Absolutely.
Sign them up for a member.
Absolutely. Definitely. It's a great way to do it. Or, I would imagine if you wanted to make a shopping spree gift certificate at the thrift store and say, hey, I know you got college coming up here. Here's $100. Go blow it in the thrift store to buy stuff you need for college.
Yeah, if you talk to Camille, they do the little vouchers.
Yeah, I'm sure you could do that if you wanted to. And I think that would be a great idea. If you got a kid maybe going back for the fall, it's like, hey, do you need stuff for your dorm room? Here's $100 certificate. Go to the thrift store, buy small appliances, blanket, whatever you need to make your room better. Go get it, and that $100 will go a lot farther there than it would at, say, a box store or something like that. So think of that as an idea too.
Yeah.
And to me, that's great, especially if you've got a creative artsy type, because that love to dig and things, because I imagine because there's a ton of decor and stuff. If you like knickknacks, collectibles, artwork, there's a ton of that stuff too. But that's the kind of stuff that you can't really find in box. You know what I mean? Not in any. You just walk around and you may stumble upon something that was there for a limited time or whatever, but this is like a steady flow of unique crafts, knickknacks, collectibles.
It changes every day.
And
it's never the same. You walk in and it's different every single day.
But it's not uncommon for you to go in there and you look and they're like, oh man, that's vintage Tupperware. That stuff's worth money. I need to grab some of that. Stuff like that happens there at the thrift store.
We actually get Tupperware and it excites me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm like one of those little storage container nuts. I'm like, oh, Tupperware.
But that's what I'm saying. And there's value to that stuff. There's markets for that kind of stuff.
Because they don't make it like they used to.
Yeah. Yeah. It's.
I remember my grandma used to say the only reason she bought Tupperware was because she could throw it against the wall and it wouldn't break.
Yeah.
Because she would always throw stuff at my uncle.
But she needs to get better aim.
Well, if it bounced off his head and hit the wall.
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, there is because it is Tupperware. I mean, you've seen all you youngers have seen Napoleon Dynamite when he runs over the stove with the van. Dang it! When he's selling Tupperware, that might be the most knowledge some younger people have of that Tupperware that Napoleon Dynamite's seen. But the rest of us kids,
we lived it.
Saw the '70s and grew up in it. We knew all about that. You ain't lived till you had a green or mustard yellow.
Tupperware set.
Yeah, with the shell pattern on the front there. Yeah, on the lid there. Yep. It is what it is. But again, if you have any questions about everything, even Tupperware apparently, because she can help you with some Tupperware questions too as well. Don't forget RoswellNMHistory.org is the website. You can view everything available there.
I became a history buff too now.
There you go.
Oh no. It's Roswell Humane. It's RoswellHumane.org.
What did I say?
History.
Did I? I'm sorry.
I became the history now?
I'm sorry. I had that on the brain because we were talking about it. Yeah. RoswellHumane.org. You can go to RoswellNMHistory.org too. They got some great stuff there, but not much help for the pets there too.
Well, you know.
Sorry, I got wrapped up in the thing and just started spewing.
And then the thrift store's phone number
Yes.
is 575-623-9210.
Very good.
If you want to donate items and bring them down, Camille can arrange a pickup.
Call ahead and make arrangements there.
And then if you have any questions, call the kennel.
Yep. Bless you.
Excuse me. Thank you. 575-622-8950.
And one more time, remind the thrift store hours and the kennel hours.
The thrift store is Wednesday through Saturday, 10 to 4:30. And the kennels are Tuesday through Saturday, 9 to 12 and 1 to 4:30.
Very good. And of course, if you have questions and things, don't forget the Humane Society's on Facebook.
We are.
And Instagram?
No,
Or
just Facebook.
Just Facebook. But so you can go on Facebook and then obviously like and follow it because they always share, new pets and new events and things like that. But if you have questions or have anything, that's a great way to, shoot a question, DM or private message, and they'll get back to you.
And
as
then
soon as they can.
First Friday, we'll be at Tascosa.
Tascosa, very good. That's a special 2-day First Friday kind of. Because they're going to be doing the tree lighting on the courthouse lawn Friday night. It's all part of that. And then Saturday night, there is, because of the Christmas light parade, it's that weekend. A little different this year because of COVID and all that. To have this parade, it's turned into a drive-through event. So Saturday night, out at the parking lots out at the Convention and Civic Center, they're going to have the Christmas light parade, but instead of the parade coming to you, you're going to drive through the parade in essence.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, and they're going to have all the lighting and all the cool things and people handing out stuff and all that cool. It's all completely free, but that'll be Saturday evening at the Convention Center. Friday night, First Friday, everything's going on downtown, but they're also doing the tree lighting ceremony and everything. I think it's 7.
Well, we'll be at Tascosa.
Very good. So make sure when you're out there and all that, swing on over to Tascosa. By the way, if you ever need copies or anything like that, they're very kind. You just go bring some supplies for the pets, and they'll give you free copies. If you go in there and say,
I even think they do faxes too, like that.
Okay,
I think so.
So if you still need to fax, because every once in a while someone's like, "Can you fax it over?" and you're like, "What? Like with a fax machine?" I don't even know where one. Tascosa's got them. You can go help you out.
Yeah.
You mean you want me to just put it in the mail?
It's funny how fax used to be the hip and hop, and now it's like, it's what?
Right? What? You mean like on paper?
Like that.
Yeah.
That again?
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, if you need things faxed over, like you need to send it right away and you don't have a scanner and you can't scan it and email it, Tascosa can help you out.
They got you covered. Very good. Well, thank you, Krystle. And,
thank you.
We'll see you here in a few weeks.
Yes,
all right. All right. It is 9:55.